Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help and hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, on Apple Music. We just got added to Amazon podcast. Type in PoPolitickin, listen to our interviews since 2008. 1212 and place to be with Khalil. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm great. How you feeling, bro?
Fantastic, man. I see you with the purple mink velvet do-rag on over there.
Oh, yeah. I had to put the shoes to match in the purple on the pants.
You got some
I just couldn't.
huh?
I had to, man. It was necessary. I also brought Sean with me
What up,
because
Sean?
Sean is really important in all this.
Yeah, so where you from?
I'm from Georgia, man. Different parts, though. Like, I moved around a lot when I was growing up. But really, mainly, like, my cousins and them, they'll tell you I'm from Hogansville. Small country town. I used to be out there with them a whole lot, learned a whole lot with them, spent summers out there, all that good shit. So,
What part of Georgia is that from?
It's headed out the city. So this out the city, probably like 45 minutes in the country area. Headed, I don't know if you know, like Noonan or LaGrange, that area.
Yeah, I'm from Mississippi.
You said you're from who?
I'm from Mississippi, but I live in San Diego.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, man, I really don't know too much of your background.
Yeah. I was about me. What else about me? Yeah, I'm from Mississippi, but I was in the Marines. Then I stayed out here. I'm in San Diego. I've been out here since like 2000. Been doing the podcast since 2008. Interview a lot of rappers and stuff. I said I know I met you through the Reading is a Savage with Kevin Hip Hop.
Yeah, for real. Kevin really put me in the game. I ain't gonna lie to you. Kevin really put me in the game. You got some good ass knowledge over there, man. Man, when I tell you, when I was first starting out, I listened to his podcast so much. I was on it like every day. Just waiting on the next one. It was real shit.
How'd you hear about it?
Man, I want to say when I was like 15, my brother used to play, he put me on the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And then he played like Tariq Nasheed. And from Tariq Nasheed, I don't know how, but somehow I ended up hearing the Freedman podcast. And then from there, Kevin was on one of the episodes. And I remember this because we was in the backyard. We were raking leaves. And I was like, let me see what this Kevin dude was about. So I listened to the podcast again, and I was like, let me check his shit out. I went on there, and I watched the podcast, and I got into it. And then years later, I hit him up for some marketing for one of my businesses, and we got to talking. And from there on out, he was like, shit, can you come on my podcast? I was like, yeah. So I came on there, and shoot, we've been cool since. I rock with Kevin heavily.
So what? Let us know about your background.
Shit. Okay. So I want to say, when did this start? No. Let me start way back. So growing up, my mom was always working. She worked like hella overtime. My mom would work still. She'll work like 30,000 hours a week if she could. And then my dad, he had his own business. And he was a carpenter. He did carpentry work. And so they were always working, just real productive. And so when I was maybe 12, 13, I started going with my dad to work, like on houses and everything. And that's when I really first started learning business and shit. So when I was in school, I would go and sell candy using the business skills I learned. So I started selling candy. And I'm talking about, I had it on lock. I had like half the school on lock selling candy.
You like Riley? Would you like Riley on the Boondocks?
Man, I was worse than Riley. Look, I was tearing them up, man. When I tell you, I remember one dude, I used to sell all my candy bars and stuff for like $1.25. And so one dude came through selling in one of my classrooms. I told him, hey, bro, you can't sell in here no more. This is my territory. So he was like, nah, I'm going to keep selling. I said, all right, cool. So I dropped all my candy down to 25 cents. And I sold it at 25 cents for like 2 weeks straight till his stuff started getting old. He couldn't compete. Yeah. And then when he started selling, then I raised the price to $1.75 to make up for everything I lost.
You know that's illegal, right?
Look, now I know. Now I know that. I ain't doing that shit now. When I was little, though.
That's what it's about, though. What was you getting your candy from?
Man, the store. Going and getting it at the store. You can get it like wholesale. Get like get it by the box. You get it for a better price. Coming back selling it at school. Man, I was bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. In high school, I was bad as hell. Half the time I didn't go to class. I really just came to school to make money. That's it. Yeah, I didn't care about none of that. Although I did good though. So like I was getting A's on all the tests. I just wasn't doing none of the classwork or homework.
So then, what after school? Where you went into? What you got into?
Okay, so from there, well, before I leave school, let's go back. In my senior year is actually when I met Sean.
Mm-hmm.
So when I met him, we sat down and we started talking about how we wanted to own businesses and everything. So then once school ended, oh, go ahead.
I was a sophomore.
Yeah, because I'm a year older than him.
Yeah.
So when I left, we left and I started working a job. I got my first job. And when I got in that job, I got fired real fast over some dumb shit. And I was like, this ain't gonna work. So I kept thinking on the business thing. So I was coming up with different ideas for businesses. I was really trying to do like graphic design or web design, something like that. And what happened? Around that time, me and Sean met each other again. So this is when we first got cool. And one day we got to talking and I was saying how I wanted to sell something. But I was like, I don't want to actually be there to sell it because I was like, I wish it would sell in different places at the same time. And so I was like, damn, we need like a robot salesman or some shit. And then I was like, damn. And it really clicked with me. I was like, a vending machine is like a robot salesman. So I was like, all right, so we gotta get a vending machine. So me, him, and my brother, we all put in and we got a first vending machine. And that's actually how the business started. Shit.
So how much did it cost?
How much did it cost? It was like maybe, was it 500?
That vending machine was cheap.
Yeah, it's probably like 500. 500.
Well, y'all put it at for the first one there.
It was a snack machine. And this where this is where it gets interesting. We put it in the storage unit and never used it. So like, yeah, we really didn't know what to do with it. So it was a real ambitious idea, but we did none of the research. We didn't know what to do with it. I'm telling you, we didn't know nothing. We was just walking in the door blind, bro. We didn't know how much it was gonna make. We didn't know what to put in it. We ain't know nothing. And so it just sat in the storage unit for a while. And so with that, while it was in the unit, we were still working jobs and everything. And around that time, the guy who sold me the first vending machine, I started running with him. He was like, he wanted to show me how to use them and everything. So I started working with him. Then I started running with him. And so our machine is still sitting in the unit. So while I'm working with him, he comes through and gets a big ass contract. So he ended up with like 200 machines. It's like 200 machines and 50 more in storage. And then there's so many on the location, it's ridiculous. So the location is doing so much money a year. I'm talking about it's doing like $300,000 a year, but it's financed, so it's paying the guy $200,000 a year type shit. So with that, we running around. It's so spread thin. I'm talking about everywhere in Georgia, from the very top to the very bottom, left, right, and it's just two of us running, hitting all these machines. So we ain't keeping up. And so after a while, that started to fall apart. So we come back, we double back around and say, okay, now to figure out how the game worked, now we need to get some more machines again and get back into it. So we got some more machines. And what happened after we got more machines? We got more machines.
We started coming up with ideas on how to flip the machines.
Yeah. Oh, so before we flipped the machine, this is what it was. So I was coming to the end of running with that dude because I peeped that he was doing some dirty moves and it wasn't gonna work. So I was like, I gotta shake the spot on this dude. Yeah. So I started making the plan to shake the spot. I'm like, all right, cool. We're gonna get up some more machines. We're gonna get them on some spots. So we're gonna make some money. So as we take these machines and we're putting them on locations, then we get to a situation where we getting ready to move. Say down. So to make some more money, need some money fast. So I said, maybe we could sell one of these machines to get some cash real quick. So I threw it up online. It sold in like 3 days. I said, damn. And I kept thinking about this shit. So let me see if I can do that again. So I went and found another one. I put it online. Boom, that shit sold like next day. I'm like, we might be on to something. So I said, oh shit. And so started doing it again. Next thing you know, we done sold 7 of them in like a week. I said, oh shit. It's a whole different vending business. Like, we done created a whole different game. So it's only like, I want to say 5, 6 other people I can think of in Georgia that's really selling machines like that, because it ain't that many. So we already in a unique lane. So we spent like the whole last year just flipping machines. Then when the slow season hit, I said, all right, I was going to get out of vending. So I was like, all right, this is the end for me. So I'm going to get out of vending. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to real estate school. So I'm going to get my real estate license. I'm going to leave vending alone and go into that. And so with that, when I got out of real estate school, I went to work with my cousin. And on my very first day working with my cousin, a guy gave me a call. He said, hey, man, he said, I see you got a vending business. He was like, would you be willing to pay me a fee to find locations to put the vending machines on for you? And I sat there and thought about it. I said, yeah, because I was thinking about, I just finished studying contract law at the real estate school. So I was like, yeah, I started thinking about that. So he got me the location. I went to the meeting. Huh?
He's a broker.
Yeah, basically. Well, I'm the broker now.
Okay.
But, so he came in. I went in, got the location. I got them to sign a contract. So then I threw the contract online and it sold. And I said, oh shit, we done figured out a whole nother lane. So now we start flipping these too. So now we just flipping machines and contracts. And then when I kid you not, man, you come to Georgia, there's nobody else doing what we do. We the only one. When I tell you so many customers come to us, shopping with us, there's no vending brokers out here but us. Like, we created this whole lane. I promise you, man. You ain't finding no vending brokers from scratch. We made the whole lane. Like, this is unique. You can look this up. You probably won't find it because it's just us. We made it.
So what would you say to somebody trying to get in the vending business?
Shoot, come to us. Come to us. We'll teach you. For real. Of course, it's gonna cost you, but it's gonna be beneficial. You know, if I charge you a couple $1,000, but then I make you $20,000-$30,000, you know, I think it's worth it to me. Real shit. We've been doing this 7 years. So it's been 7 years we've been doing this. And when I say we got the knowledge, at this point, I'm working with like bigger clients saying, okay, we got this much money. We're trying to get this many machines, this many locations. Can you help us build the whole thing? And then sitting there and going through and picking them out piece by piece for them. So like now getting into the lane of like the big people that want to build whole routes instead of just 1 or 2. It's really good money in vending. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Shit, I think it's gonna be more money. Cause I think with the COVID shit, they probably gonna have more like vending and stuff like that.
Yeah, for real. Shoot, when the COVID started, so many people started, just like people that, you know, tried to buy machines before, but then they fell out of contact or whatever. All these people started doubling back. New people, like I want to say 90% of people that shop with us are new. It's very few people that's been in the game for a long time. Is everybody get like 1 or 2 locations, then they quit, and that's it.
So how many locations do you need to be like, I guess, to be profitable out of it?
I tell everybody 10. So let's say you had 10 locations, 5 good ones. So let's say you had pretty 5. No. Okay, let's do 10. Let's say 10 all right locations that's doing like $150 a week. You put 50 of that back into the profit, and then you keep 100. So if you got 10 of those, you're making a stack a week. And 10 locations, depending on how far they spaced out, you can hit that in 1 day or hit it in 2. That's easy profit, man. You get machines for like $1,000, $1,500 a piece, but then once they all there, you making that a week. You gonna make that back so fast, and it's all profit from there.
But so I'm saying, so you're doing both of them. You like have the vending machines, but then you're selling them too, and you get a location. You're doing like everything.
Yep. So some of them you can buy just a location from us, or you can buy machines just from us, or you can buy a location. Let's say we just selling a location, and then so if we're just selling the location, I wouldn't personally sell the machines. I feel like that's a conflict of interest. I could recommend them people that sell machines, but I wouldn't, hey, I sold you a location without machines, and then I also sell you the machines on top. Uh, but outside of that, yeah.
That's tight. So what else you got going on?
Man, got a whole bunch of work going on. So we also got a wholesale truck tire business.
What
So,
is it?
you said what?
I said, what's that?
So basically, if you want to buy truck tires for the 18-wheelers and everything, so we had those. We just signed with a couple different suppliers. So we're about to have that up and running within the next month or two. And getting ready to expand that one out to a few different other states too. We're about to actually take the vending to a couple other states too. So about to go on a campaign with them.
So shit, holler at me.
Hey, look, we can step out there. We can talk.
Yeah. So what about what made you get into the tire game? I mean, it makes sense, but what made you do it?
The tire game. So I used to work with this tire company, right? And it was pretty straight. Like I didn't do much work or anything, but every day I'd be in there and I'd be looking at like how much they were making, looking at all the receipts that we were giving the customers. And I was like, dang, this is crazy. And so these people were just shady. When I'm talking about this was the shadiest place you could ever work, everything was shady about it. And then one of the guys, they were doing tables under the deal with another company. And so I don't know, they thought I was dumb or something. So I just, didn't say shit. Yeah, so I let them think I was dumb or whatever. So they had me coming over here, helping them work with the competition, telling me, all right, we'll give you this amount. So I'm looking at everything that they doing. They teaching me the whole tire business and how to get tires and how to sell them and everything because they think like I'm dumb. They were like trying to little brother me. I'm talking about a dude coming in telling me that we're like brothers. I'm like, I only known this nigga two weeks. Like, nah, so they were trying to play me the whole time. But I knew they were trying to play me, so I just didn't say shit. I was like, I'm going to just soak up as much game as I could. So the actual company we worked with, they were getting ready to shut down. And so what I started doing was keeping copies of the receipt. Like I keep a copy of like, okay, this is the customer I delivered to. Let me write the customer down. And so what I did was I made a list of all the customers. They went through and they were, what were they trying to do? Oh, so they were still doing like these under the table deals with other companies type thing. And so I was telling them I needed to know more. So I told them that I own a vending company and I know how to do business. So they were like, all right, at first they were saying, we can form a business together and split the profits. And then they went from that to saying, okay, we form this business and you could work for us. So I'm like, okay, I'm just sitting here watching them trying to sun me. So I'm telling them, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like just playing completely dumb. Just letting them know, like, look, I got this list of customers. So they started hooking me up. I'm talking about they gave me a free laptop. They giving me all kinds of shit to help me. They basically think I'm going to build the whole business for them and be an employee for them instead of it being a partnership. So as they doing this, I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm building us a tire business on the side. I'm giving them just the bare minimum information and I'm building our business here. Cause I'm watching the whole thing. It's like, it's falling. I'm looking at it fall apart. Like they really thought I was stupid. Like I didn't see this shit right in front of me. So I'm like, all right, cool. Then that shit went bad. Everybody, like they were all Chinese. They all went back to China and that's it. We went from that, got a couple of investors and put together the tire company. That's coming together nice. For real.
So what you like to do, man? What's some of your interests?
Man, being out here in nature, for one, with trees. I always be somewhere with some trees. Man, always outside, like outside all the time. Be smoking a whole lot. That's definitely for true. Trying to think what else. I just be everywhere, man. I be at all the restaurants. I just be in different places. I just like to parlay in different places. It'd be hard when people ask me like, what do I do or what I like to do? Man, it'd be hard for me to pin that down because I do like a little of everything. Like if the shit just look dope, I just want to do it. Shoot. Might walk somewhere and see like, dang, they're having a play. I want to go see that play. Oh, that restaurant look nice. I might go over there. Oh, that spot look fun. Might slide over there. It'll be everywhere, man.
And then why you were saying about Sean? So why Sean so important again?
Because Sean has been here for everything. A lot of these decisions have been made by Sean. A lot of when I say, hey, I got this idea. So basically, Sean is like a confidant. So if I say I have this idea, I know if nobody fucks with it, nobody gonna support it. Sean is gonna support it. I say anywhere I've been, Sean has been. We have worked on everything. Like me personally, like if you don't know me, I'm usually just quiet. Not even like uncomfortable or anything. I just don't be having nothing to say. Like if you on the inner circle, man, I'll be talking like this, like all the time for real. But Sean is even quieter than me. So like he's really be in the background. Like literally we're having this talk and he's in the background. Like, but when I say everything, I can say I have this idea, and then if I walk in with it, he's like, but did you think about this? Did you check this? Did you do this? And I'll be like, oh yeah. And he really help refine like all of the ideas. Like I just take, it's like a processor. Like I take the raw idea and I bring it to him, and then out of that comes the refined product. Yeah. So we both been putting it all together. This is real. Damn.
What other podcast you be listening to?
So what other podcast?
Yeah.
Man, I just started listening into yours. It was recently after I met you.
You gotta go back, man. Yeah, you gotta start all the way from the beginning.
That's gonna take me some time. I get around to that. It's gonna take me some time. Yeah, you do got a lot of these videos. You've been doing this for a while.
Yeah. Before, like I started in 2008, so I got a lot of audios, but I interviewed a lot of pimps and shit. I used to be interviewing porn stars, all that crazy shit.
And you live a colorful life.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Just try to be spicing it up sometimes. Like you get, I'm always interviewing music people. That shit get boring sometimes, so I just be trying to.
Man, what? It should be repetitive as hell.
Yeah, they be thinking they saying something too. They be saying the same shit. Yeah, man, you gotta hit me up for real though. Shit, I want to be down and get some money. Shit.
Hey, man, look, let me tell you about the big one I'm working on. So, not the two big ones. So the first one, I'm working on this weed champagne. So
you was
when that come out, yeah. So I used to cook up edibles, and after a while, I stopped doing that. Like I wasn't selling them or nothing. I was just cooking them up just for personal use. And I said, let me take this to a next level. Because then I started cooking up, like, I can cook up stuff like wings. I put it in the sauce because I'm making the butter and everything. Then one day I said, I was like, I want to put this like in some tea or something. So then I had the idea to make it into a sugar. Mm-hmm. So I made the weed sugar out of it. And then after that, I went through and it worked. Like everybody that tried it fucked with it heavily. Like I gave it to a few different people. Everybody tried it. So then I switched up the recipe. Like I did a lot of time, like fine tuning the recipe and everything. Got it perfected. Then once I got it perfected, it was like, all right, now cool. Now we're finna go out to Denver. So we're finna get out to Denver, cop a piece of land out there, and start growing it up. Come out with the weed champagne made from scratch. Yeah, first batch will be done. I don't know. I can't even tell you when the first batch will be done, but it'll be out pretty soon. And so probably by the end of the year next Denver, and sometime 2022 is the year. 2022 it'll be out in Cali. Yep.
So you drink that whole bottle, you're gonna be toasted, huh?
Now you drink one glass, you're gonna be toasted.
And my wife got mad at me yesterday because I was doing some stupid shit. I just wanted to see how it tastes. I never did it before. Let me know if you did it. I don't want to shit kind of stupid though. I made
what'd you do?
I had some weed, right?
Yeah.
So I put some tea in it.
Yeah.
I mixed it with my weed and smoked it.
Wait, what?
Tea. Like herbal tea.
You put the tea in. Wait.
Like
you
tea.
didn't put the weed
like
in
tea.
the tea.
like tea.
Yeah, you put that in the weed.
Yeah, and I smoked it like that. I was like, she was like, "Why you just want to smoke it?" And I was like, "Man, I want to see how it is when I hit it. Like, I mixed it with the weed, but I hit it. But it was weird. It was like you smoking, you kind of taste the tea. It was weird. I just never did that before. I just want to see how it feels.
Man, did it work? What did like?
I guess if I had it mixed with the weed, it wasn't really that bad. It probably would have been. I guess if you smoking just the straight tea, you would just taste the tea the whole time. But then I started looking on YouTube videos. I saw this little white girl trying to smoke green tea. So and people hit it. I saw a dude hit it on the bong. So I guess people try it.
Shoot, you ever rolled out the rose? You ever rolled out a rose?
No, that's the thing. See, that what got me started. What got me started was I saw this video some girl made. It said Dr. Sebi inspired Hotbox. So it was like rose, lavender. It was like all this herbal stuff.
Everywhere.
It was like all the herbal stuff, and she just rolled into a blunt and smoked it like that. And they was hotboxing like that. So that's what made me try it. You smoked out a rose before? You like it?
Yeah. Like what it do? It made like the smoke thicker. It was us and like two other people, and we smoked that shit. It make the smoke thick.
Yeah,
it actually pulled pretty good.
I know they was talking about you can smoke sage too.
Smoke sage?
Yeah.
Does that other stuff like get you high? What's the point of smoking that?
Sage they said the sage is kind of like a mental thing, like mental stimulation.
All right.
I guess that's what the Indians used to do and shit. They used to smoke shit. I don't know.
I would try it if I saw somebody else try it first.
Yeah, I was like, let me just stick to the tree. But like I said, I was just trying to mix the shit in with my tree and see how it tastes. I'll probably do it like that. I just be doing goofy shit.
Wait, do you smoke a lot?
Yeah, I smoke all the time.
Oh yeah. He got the jar. He smoke like we smoke. Yeah.
Hit me though. I said I want some fucking all that shit you talking about. I want to make sure we keep him in the loop. You know, stay in touch.
Man, I got the smoking game.
Instagram. You say you just
said why I don't?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like even with everything I told you, like everything we've been working on, everything been building, and then there's like stories and things that I haven't told or won't tell, things like that. And so me just like being a real private person. So like a lot of people don't know half the stuff I do or whatever, because I do a lot of unconventional shit, man, like for real. And so to mitigate some of like people trying to discourage me from doing certain things or going out my way and all that shit, I just kind of like stay out the way. So I'm low key as hell, like for real. I'm low key but high key. So like a lot of people know me, but a lot of them are not. Nobody really close to me like that. Just a couple people close to me. Mm-hmm. So on social media, like I get on Twitter and I just be on there bullshitting, talking shit. But
I know why you on Twitter. You ain't dumb. Twitter shit. That's the best one. People think that shit. That's the way everybody need to be on. You post whatever on Twitter, and now I be old girl Tiana Trump.
Yeah,
she be wild on her Twitter though. That's the Twitter where it's at. You could be. It's uncensored.
Hey, Twitter is one of them things. I always jump on there. I be like, damn, this shit weird as fuck. And then I just be on there for a minute. Then I jump back off. But then sometime later I come back to it.
Yeah, I think I'm using it wrong now, but I do it like that on purpose because all I do I just promote all my links on there, my interviews, because I can't just be on there looking through all that shit because I get caught up. It's like too many voices on there. I can't be on there looking at everybody fucking. Even social media in general, it's hard keeping up with everybody's opinion.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm a straight asshole. I don't even give a fuck about everybody's opinion. I be looking at like people be talking to me sometimes, and I just be looking like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, I swear to you, if you really pay attention, most people be saying some dumb shit, man. Yeah. Like for real, they be saying some real dumb shit, and I don't be wanting that shit to infect my brain. So I just be like, nah, I got to get away from them. They gonna bring me down. Yeah, if you look at it, most of social media is really some bullshit, man.
You a fan of hip hop?
Hell yeah.
So who's some of your favorite artists?
That nigga Irk the Jerk. Well, his name Kevin Allen now. He's from the Bay. Shit, Chip the Ripper, Currency. Who else? I've been listening to Silk Money, Mock Hami, Warhol. Shit, man, I listen to a variety of people. Honestly, I'm trying to think, man. Yeah, Baby King go hard, man. I fuck with him. Of course, Future.
Was my first big interview back in the day, pretty much.
You said who?
Currency. That was one of the first people I interviewed back in the day when I first started.
Hey, for real?
Yeah.
That nigga is one of my favorite rappers.
Shit, how old
Currency
is
helped
y'all?
me through something. Man, I'm 26.
Y'all I ain't never heard none of them rappers you just named. I gotta get on them.
Hey, man, especially that Silk Money. Silk Money go hard. Hey, look. Now, I roll with a crew. My whole crew is called Treehouse. We make music, too. So you need to really look out for them. You got to look out for Jody and Alex, all them. Zach with the production. Amazing, man. So we got something. I can't got nothing to plug into for you yet. It ain't out yet, but it's fun to drop. And I promise you, next time I'm back, I got something good for you.
Yeah, that and some of them trees you talking about.
Hey, man, look. When I pull up on you, I got a smoking game we got to play, man. I made this shit up. It's called Blunt Game. It's like if you ever play Call of Duty, how they have a gun game, and you start with one gun and you got to go through every gun to win. Yeah. That's how Blunt Game is. So first you got to eat the edible, then you got to smoke 1 gram joint, 1 gram blunt, 1 gram in the pipe, 1 gram in the bong, 1 gram in the gas mask, like that. And the first one to finish win.
Y'all doing too much.
Hey, man, we call it Treehouse for a reason, man.
Yeah, damn.
They got the weed products.
Y'all gonna take me out after that edible. I'm gonna be kind of ready to tap out after that.
Hey, look, yeah, the edible put you to sleep, especially that sugar, man. It just put everybody to sleep, like, every time. I'm talking about you going night-night in that thing.
Yeah, that's what the edible do. You gotta be careful with them edibles.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to think. Huh?
What's up?
Nah, I was about to say, I'm trying to think who else I got to plug in. I don't know. Oh, let me plug in the book. Let me plug in the book, too. I got to support all my people, man.
The G Code?
Huh?
What book you talking about?
This book right here. I just finished reading this shit the other day. This right here from my homegirl, Nisha. It's called Rap. Real ass poetry, real ass poet. It's really a book about manifestation, for real. It's about it's poems about self-improvement and manifestation. I just finished reading that one the other day. Shit, you should definitely check that one out. That shit's on Barnes and Noble. It's a few other books I gotta recommend for you, bro. But yeah, I had to plug that in there too. Who else need a plug? Look, I'm the plug for the plugs, man. I know all the plugs that plug into anything. Huh?
What are the books you was talking about?
It's one. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good one. So you gotta work. Have you ever read The Richest Man in Babylon?
Yeah.
Have you read The E-Myth by Michael E. Gerber?
No, I heard of it. I ain't never read it though.
You gotta check that one out. That one's gonna make you a bunch of money. Shit. Like if you write these books down and you read them, you will make money. It's a book called The Art of Money Getting. I don't know who wrote that. That was like from way, way back in the day type shit. But yeah, you read all those. Nowadays I've been on the more spiritual tip. So I really been thinking about like manifestation, meditation, all that, man. That's where my mind been at.
Yeah, man, I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
Hey, I'm glad you had me on here. You didn't have to do that.
Man, shit, I don't mind. Shit, you a little younger than me, but shit, you got your mind right. So shit, I don't mind showcasing people like you on the show.
Got to get the young talent because we finna take over next.
Yeah,
then
y'all got to come back to the old heads that looked out for y'all back in the day.
Yeah, look. And see, that's my thing, man. It be the old heads that like, you got to look up to me because I'm an old head. I'm like, nah, nigga, you ain't help us. Like, okay, you put us in the game. You put us on game. We doubling back to you. Everybody else, man, they ain't help for shit, man. For real.
Nah, I like helping people, man. Like, it ain't even about the money sometimes. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like you help enough people, man, you going to be all right. So it should never be about money anyway. Like, my whole thing about money is like, all these people, like you watch all them damn behind the music shit, all them people got money,
Yeah.
shit still end up going crazy. So it lets you know it's not about money. I mean, you need
Yeah.
to survive, but it ain't about money. Like you talking about money now, but shit, how much money is you and your homie worth? You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't no money worth that,
Oh,
right?
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
about to say, nah, like, yeah, it's deeper than money. Like, okay, the money is like the main thing we do, but it's not us. You see what I'm saying? Like, the action is separate from the person.
Yeah.
Like, with or without money, we always been cool. When money got low, we were still cool. When money is up, we still cool. That's why I had to plug all my people in, because like we all been rolling together. When some of us got money and others didn't, and vice versa, and we were up and down, we all still been cool. We all support each other. That's why I had to plug all of them in there. It's like, shit, they support me, I got to support them. But yeah, it's definitely good to look out for people, help out, give back to people for real. I'm just saying, the niggas that didn't want to help, nah, the niggas, we don't forget people that was there. Like, you were here for us, Kevin was here for us, everybody, anybody that showed me support and love, I ain't forget. Even if I'm not around, I ain't forget. I'm doubling back to their ass. Eventually, just let me get to where I'm going so I can come back and teach them. That's where I be at. Help me learn this shit. Yeah.
You
A
want
lot
to
of people have really held me down like that. Huh?
give them your Twitter?
Shit, Khalil Deshun, KhalilDeshun. You can follow me. You're going to see some dumb shit. I'm going to say some dumb shit, and then I'm going to say some helpful shit. For real. Just being a person. But yeah.
Yeah.